This tip's about aligning expectations with clients and holding them accountable for what they're telling us. So a lot of times we have great discussions with clients and they tell us all this really good information, and then all of a sudden, like a couple of weeks later, it's like they didn't even, it's like we didn't even have that conversation. They're going completely against a lot of things that they said, or their timeline's way off, or whatever it is. So a nice easy way to hold people accountable and align expectations after meetings or after discussions, whether they be over the phone or in person, is to send a summary email. So here's the way it works, is that at the end of the call or at the end of the meeting, you got to set it up. You got to tell them it's coming, right? Because then your response rates go way up. If you don't tell them it's coming, they go way down. You say, hey, thanks for all your time today. I appreciate it. There's a lot of next steps and action items here. Before I go ahead and do all that, though, what I'm going to do is when I get back to my desk or when we get off the phone here, I'm just going to briefly summarize what I was able to gain out of our conversation today, and I'm going to send you over an email with it. Could you do me a favor and just review it briefly and email me back to let me know it's all accurate and if I missed anything? Right? Simple. Yeah, they say, yeah, sure, no problem. So right after you get off the phone or right when you get back to the office, take your notes that you've taken anyways and put them, really slice through the core components that you need to verify with them. So you send them an email that says, follow up to our meeting. Thanks for your time, really appreciate it. Below is a brief summary of what we talked about. Could you do me a favor, respond back and let me know it's all accurate and if I missed anything. And in there, you say the core things like your decision-making process is this, your timeline is this. These are the priorities when making the decision. These are the next steps. This is the competition. Whatever it is, the stuff that the objective criteria that you need to confirm, send it to them. Don't make this ridiculously long. Make this, maybe no more than 10 bullet points. No more, okay? And then really see if you can get them to respond to you back. Because once they say yes, now everything you got in that meeting is tangible. And the issue here is when you and I have a discussion, I can say, I'm not, typically, a client isn't lying to us. But the problem is as soon as you walk out of the office, your competition comes in and brings up something that you didn't. Their boss comes in and completely changes their priorities or whatever. So now 2 weeks from now, you could be selling to something that is completely irrelevant. But if you have it documented, if you have it in an email, when the time comes, they send the decision is going to come on Friday. You say, great, and Friday comes and goes, and lo and behold, you don't get the phone call, right? Well, instead of Monday, touching base and checking in and whatever, so the weekend went, you can just send them back the email and say, hey, you know what? What's the best way to get 10 minutes back on your calendar so we can reset expectations based on what we both agreed upon here? It's a nice professional way of holding somebody accountable for what they're telling you and aligning expectations. Send it. It makes a huge difference with how you communicate with your clients. Good luck and happy selling.